What's up, Thuggies? Welcome back. LEGO just dropped 2 new waves of LEGO Star Wars sets back to back, with the August drop on August 1st and the September drop on September 1st. But we don't care about that. Jokes aside, it was actually a really good drop. We're already moving on to October, as I was able to get my hands on the new 2023 Captain Rex minifigure set to come out in the UCS Venator set sometime in October. Check it out. So before I start this review, I would like to say that the figure I bought actually didn't come with the Pauldron. Just know that in the set it will have a Pauldron, just however mine doesn't. So I'm going to be borrowing it from the old Phase 2 Captain Rex. They are slightly different, but it should get the job done for now. And while we're on the topic of Pauldrons, take a look at this humongous, gargantuan monstrosity of a printed Pauldron. Not even GCC made their printed Pauldrons that distracting. Jokes aside, for some reason, LEGO decided to make the Pauldron on their new Rex figure way bigger than they made it on the 2013 version, which I feel like it's a little distracting when looking at the figure, and it's overall just inaccurate. I personally don't care as much as other people do, I just feel the need to point it out. To be completely honest, if that printed Pauldron wasn't there, it would just be a reg torso, so you could literally just swap the arms of the clone torso from the command station and use a Cape Cantina Pauldron instead, which I'll let you be the judge of that. But if you're going to use a Cape Cantina Pauldron, you should also use a Wastegate too, because LEGO once again continues the trend of printing on Wastegate. Again, if you're anything like me and do not care at all whatsoever, you could just take a black Wastecape off the old Rex or an ARC Trooper and put it on the new Rex. Or you could use Cape Cantina, Clone Army Customs, or Capes for Minis. The alternatives are literally endless. Obviously, it still would have been nice for LEGO to include the Wastecape, but what's done is done. Now let's talk about something I like about the figure. They actually made the torso and legs somewhat accurate compared to the old one, apart from the giant Pauldron obviously. For some reason, on the 2013 Captain Rex, they gave him tally marks on his chest, which I'm pretty sure Rex just doesn't have, so it's nice to see them improve a figure in some aspects. And of course, you gotta love the printed arms. This is pretty hard to mess up, so it's nice to see that they didn't. However, if you want this figure to be consistent with the rest of your clone troopers, you could just swap them out for blue arms. However, I'm just going to stick with the printed ones. Now moving on to the helmet. I've seen a lot of people say a lot of things about this helmet, but I feel that overall it's just not as good as it could be. For a figure you're getting in a $650 set, I feel like you should be getting the best quality that you could get, and this unfortunately just isn't it. My main problem with it is just that the visor seems too small and doesn't stretch all the way to the sides, which makes it look a little off. While it is accurate for the black line to not be there in the top of the visor, I feel like it would have made the figure look less weird in my opinion. I also don't think it's as bad as it could be either. Obviously, I hate when LEGO uses helmet holes like this for the rangefinder because it's in the wrong spot, but there's nothing you can really do about that. There's always alternatives in the custom industry if you really can't get over it. Last but not least, underneath the helmet, they actually gave him a custom face. Now while this may not be what we're used to for Captain Rex, I think it actually works. I've seen a lot of people say that they wish they gave him its beard, and at first I agreed until I looked at some pictures of Captain Rex from Season 7 of the Clone Wars show, and it really doesn't seem like he even has a beard. The expression looks pretty similar to that of a normal clone trooper face, but it's slightly different, and they gave him the bandage from whenever he removed his inhibitor chip, which is a really nice detail they added. One more thing that I would like to mention that I found interesting is that on the headpiece they're using the new vented studs. They did this on the new Ahsoka sets that came out, and while I don't think they did this on the new gunship, I could be wrong. But I would expect this from here on out in the new LEGO Star Wars sets. Overall, this figure isn't as bad as I thought it would be, now that I have it in hand. However, if you plan on buying the Venator just for the Rex, I don't think I could recommend that. I would probably just stick to the GCC Rex if you want a Phase 2 Rex in the 2020 style. There will be a comparison video of the two figures soon, so stay tuned. That's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and subscribe.